I want to share a quick little hack that made me £35,000. Before I do, I want a hook. I'm learning. I've been taking a YouTube course. I've got a copywriter, and yeah, I spent £50,000 to try and make me better. No joke. So hopefully, I see what I've done. I've set a really good hook, and I've just gone to old Dean mode, just talking rubbish. So I've set up a great hook, and they're like, oh, hook. Right. Anyway, I'll get into that in a minute. Don't forget to sign up to my self-store, MrSelfStorage.com daily newsletter where we give you a self-storage tip every single day. Okay, so the £35,000. I did this one little thing, sent one email, and it made me 35 grand. And to be honest, it wasn't even the tactic didn't come from myself. It came from Claire, my FD. It was as soon as she said it, I was like, "What was that work?" And she goes, "Well, yeah, you can try it if you don't mind. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Oh, all right, I'll give it a go." Right, as you all know, cash flow is always tight. We've got massive, massive borrowings, and I'm trying to expand all the time, and so therefore, there's going to be a strain on cash flow. So I'm looking at creative ways in which how we can improve cash flow. And by the way, I don't mean cash flow is tight or anything like that. I don't. I get nervous if we've got under 100 grand at the end of the month in the bank. So we like to sit on six figures. And when we get the VAT refund we're due, we're probably going to be around that mark. So it's not as tight as it used to be, because we used to be really, really tight. Because, and by the way, you can afford to be in self storage because it's a little bit more predictable. But anyway, I'm always looking at ways to improving cash flow. And I was talking to Claire, the MD, and Claire says, "Well, you pay your rent. We used to pay our rent quarterly in advance, and then we got it all changed. And we said, listen, can we pay it monthly in advance?" And all the landlord says, yes, absolutely. And now when I put in offers in, they all want quarterly in advance, but I don't want to pay quarterly in advance because it hurts your cash flow and it puts more pressure on. And so I always, always offer monthly in advance. And something I am really, really proud of is that we have never, ever, ever once, all the private investors we've got, not equity, by the way, but the people who've lent us money privately, good returns, by the way, we have never, ever been late. So we've got great testimonials from the people who we've lent money to because we've never, ever been late with one payment. And also with the landlords, we've never been, I pride myself on this. We've never been late with the landlord's rent either. So again, we can show testimonials when we put offers in saying, look, get in touch with the landlord and say, look, can you just say that we've never been late, etc. Just honest truth for the next landlord that we're dealing with. And so they do. And also the guy we bought out as well at Wrexham, not once was we late. I mean, you shouldn't be, by the way. It's not meant to be really, really proud of, but it's, would you believe some people don't pay on time? And so Claire said to me, "You've got a great relationship with all your landlords, haven't you?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely fantastic relationship because why not? It's a full repairing lease. We don't need anything off them because if anything goes wrong, we've got to repair it ourselves. And all we've got to do is pay our rent on time." And she said to me, "Well, ask them, instead of paying monthly in advance, can you pay quarterly in arrears?" And I'm like, "Ooh." So I wrote an email out to my landlord at Willoughby and says, "Listen, explain the situation. Say, look, I want to expand, but cash flow is very tight when we expand. Just open and honest. Would you believe it? Open and honesty, transparency. It actually works. People can resonate with it." And I said that could we pay quarterly in arrears? I was thinking if we can pay quarterly in arrears, that'll be crazy. And he came back and said, "Dean, I'm really sorry, but we can't do quarterly in arrears. But because you've been such a good tenant, as a personal um, thank you to yourself, we're happy to do monthly in arrears." And I was like, that is amazing. Got on the phone straight away with Claire and sent a message saying, "Claire, can you believe it? I can pay monthly in arrears." So basically that means in February 24th, we paid for March, all of March. And so March is paid for. So that means in March we don't have to pay. And April 24th comes round, we've already paid March's, so we don't have to pay for 2 months. And so that's 17 and a half grand. I can't remember exactly, but it's about 17 and a half grand a month. So that is £35,000 that we've just gained in cash flow. We've gained it because we'll only have to pay that figure if we vacate the building. Because then all we've got to pay is a month extra when we vacate because it's a month in arrears. But guess what? In self storage, We spent over £1 million shop fit. We're not going to leave a building. It's not going to go. So there's going to be no arrears. There's never ending there. So we've gained two payments. And so we've gained 35,000, which is absolutely phenomenal. It massively, £35,000, it massively helps. And that was all from a conversation with the FD. So just to confirm, the last time we paid rent was February the 24th. We paid March's money. We paid 17 and a half grand, for example. And then that means that March is paid for. So we've paid March. And then so when April rolls around, we don't have to pay April until the 24th of May. So we miss paying in March and we miss paying in April because on the May the 24th, we are paying April's rent because we're paying a month in arrears. So that means we're gaining two payments. Two payments. And by the way, then I did it at Clough Road and I don't think he liked it. And he said, no. I was like, no, I 100% appreciate it because obviously not everyone's going to say yes. But it's worth asking into it. And so, yeah, I was like, but he was like, are you joking? What are you on about? So he said no. So I don't think that everyone's going to say yes because of what and why would they? You're asking a favour. You're asking a favour. They don't have to do it. And if it's a pension fund, they may more likely to be able to do it because it don't really affect them too much. And so I don't expect everyone to say yes. But like Claire said, if 1 in 10 says yes, then it's a result. If anybody says yes, it's a result. And at the minute, we've got a 50% strike rate. And I haven't done it at Wrexham yet because we haven't been in that long. I haven't done it at Mansfield yet because we're still paying half price rent. I haven't done it in Glasgow yet because we've only just started. And I haven't done it at Beverley yet because, well, they tried to kick me out, didn't they? Because they wanted to start their own self-storage, which they did. And Beverley's next to nothing. I pay £18,000 a year in total. So that's not going to move the needle too much. I might ask, but who knows? Yeah. So it's a little hack, a little trick. It's not even a trick or a hack. It's just very, very clever. And when Claire suggested that, I was like, why didn't I think of it? And don't be scared to ask a question if the answer is going to be no. Because ultimately, even if they say no, you're in exactly the same position. It's like asking that girl out when you're single, when you're not married. I'm married, by the way. But it's like you might as well take the shot because even if you miss, you're in no worse position. And so I found that really, really helpful. And so I bet somebody listening to this will help them as well. And yeah, small little thing, but it had big results for me. £35,000 extra to play with, which instantly, as it happens, can pay for Glasgow's regeneration of that second phase, the groundswork and stuff. So yeah, amazing stuff there. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.